So I have to say, man, I am so excited to be here. This is so exciting. I mean, I feel like there's so much to talk about, you know? Oh, man, especially if I had the show a year ago. Man, all of the good, bad race stuff happened already. Seriously, there's none left. We're done. Happy MLK Day, everybody. Okay, actually, wait. There actually is a 2015 justice that is bugging me. Now, I'm talking, of course, about the Oscar nominations, or lack thereof. A very powerful motion picture was snubbed. Now, this film's message is as poignant today as it would have been when I was a kid. No, everything is not awesome. How did the Lego movie not get nominated for Best Picture? God, this was shocking. Well, in less shocking news, this also happened.
While the civil rights movie Selma earned a Best Picture nomination, director Ava DuVernay was snubbed. So was lead actor David Oyelowo.
Oh, black people didn't get nominated for an Oscar? Yeah, I'm mad, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Now, look, don't get me wrong. Ava DuVernay should definitely have been nominated for Best Director, but David Oyelowo, whatever. I mean, he's a British brother. I don't really care about them. All right. Okay. I can care less. All right, so what do we as a people need to do? Oh, man, you know, I wish there were a black Hollywood expert who could go to bat for us.
Reverend Sharpton has called for an emergency meeting here in Hollywood next week to discuss possible action around the Academy Awards.
Sharpton? Again? I mean, no one else can represent us. Look, Al, slow down, man. You don't have to respond to every black emergency. You're not Black Batman or, you know, our racial fire chief, you know? I'm beginning to think a typical day at Al Sharpton's office looks like this.
Thank you. We got one!
It's true. It's true. I mean, look at yourself, Al Sharpton. I appreciate your efforts, but you're literally stretching yourself thin. Take a break. Take a break, man. No, seriously. They're worried about you. Al. You need to eat food, not just airtime, all right? Okay. You know, I don't know, something about this just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. I mean, are we protesting too many things here? Look, since it's MLK Day and since he is the patron saint of nonviolent protesters, suck it, Gandhi. Suck it, Gandhi, yeah. We're about to talk about the state of the black protest, okay? And there were a lot of them this year. There was the Ferguson protest, the Garner protest, and then the NYPD protest of the handling of that protest. Then there was like a black brunch protest. Yesterday in Oakland, people were protesting police violence, and even as I speak tonight, there's a demonstration going on in Grand Central Station because, you know, there's no better way to win the hearts and minds of white people than making them miss their train to Connecticut. No, it's true. They hate that all right? Right. No, I get it. Some people are discouraged. They think protests don't work anymore, but, you know, protests can work. I'll tell you what, let me give you a few examples. This is true. 400,000 people marched in New York to protest climate change in September, and it succeeded as America and China signed a climate accord a few months later. Wow. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Look, it is. So, look, I mean, hey, man, more power to these folks, because if we don't figure this out, then it won't just be black people saying, I can't breathe. All right? It's true. Oh, too soon? Too soon? Yeah, I choked them. Thank you very much. Okay, right. And don't forget the minimum wage protest last year. Fast food workers took to the streets demanding a raise in their pay, and it worked. The minimum wage rose in 21 states to start the new year, leaving underpaid Chipotle employees much, much closer to one day being able to afford Chipotle. One day, guys, it's coming. One day. Don't try to get it all at once, you know. And finally, guys, okay, this is the most amazing protest of the world, and I am not making this up. The organization Harry Potter Alliance, okay? See, some of you know what I'm talking about. It's true. They waged a fight with Warner Brothers to ensure that all chocolate sold with Harry Potter's likeness was fair trade. And even that worked. Right? That worked. And, you know, I have to say, as happy as I am for the Gryffindor win, after Ferguson and Garner, it bugs me a little bit that in 2014, this is the only chocolate that got justice. A little upset. All right? Okay. But my point is, it succeeded, okay? So they can work. There is hope. So let's look at the real situation. Now, many critics have called the recent black protests unfocused. I won't mention any names. Oprah. Sorry, I had something stuck in my Stedman. It was not calling anybody out. But, and, you know, in fairness, it's not completely inaccurate. You see, it's not that these protests are less focused, it's just that the goals are less tangible. In the old days, it was about being able to sit at a lunch counter or going to the same schools or even voting. Today, we're just trying to not get shot on our way to work. Now, look, I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating. People may think, hey, come on, Larry, calm down. Police aren't targeting black guys. Okay. Roll 122.
Tonight, a South Florida family is outraged by this image right here and others. They say North Miami Beach police used it and the images of 5 other minorities as targets during weapons training.
People that are out there supposed to be protecting us are using us as target practice.
That story was reported way back in Today. Okay? The police in Florida are literally using pictures of young black men as targets. Now, how can we see that and be surprised when it happens in real life? I'm not surprised when Kobe hits a jumper. That dude practices. We'll be right back. Hey, America, follow The Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore on Twitter, but don't follow me home. I want followers, but I don't want followers. That's stalkers.